AK, Krieg, and then pistols on the B-boys, Lackey and Bondic. They default out to the B site, and they're still there. Sat down in tunnels, holding the control, regrouped with by Krizen, and it looks like, based on their positions right now, they're going to pincer down, clear the tunnels, and the bomb's still moving. This could be a late B hit.
Holding on towards Catwalk. There's a player just at the bottom of those stairs. Ready to go around the corner. Hobbit with the flashbang, ready to go over the top. It's going to be just a bidding and switching with Jerry, who does find the kill easily on the Hobbit. No trade yet, and a great peek from Flit. Force are just playing off of each other so well right now. No trade on towards Lackey though, so he's able to walk away with a frag and an AK-47. Still, the problem still remains. The B-bomb site is being held by Almirza, and Bondic falls. A really nice play, or attempt, should I say, from Bondic to try and play contact in towards the B-bomb site. Couldn't quite win the infight, and now it falls onto Lackey mostly here because Elian's on 1 HP, and Almirza holding onto the bomb site, making it look easy as he anchors down on the B site.
Well, with Almirza taking down Elian, it's 4 players left alive for Forza and quite a bit of cash built up. Feeling pretty happy about yourself right now if you're Forza. Or you're coming into what is going to be the final round. Buy whatever you want. We can see a lot of the time, well, it's more so on the T side. You got that plenty of cash. You're going to buy a lot of scopes, the auto snipers and stuff like that. Don't think WINSTRIKE are quite going to be in that boat moving into this round. Maybe they could pool their money together and buy an auto sniper for Christmas.
I don't think that's one of the guns, honestly, that I'll put on my Christmas list. I mean, it's pretty good, but is it really worth it? I prefer an AWP or something. It's a lot more useful, mostly across the board.
Yeah, get 5 of them spam down middle though.
Yeah, that is true. It's very useful on this map, that's for sure. But Almirza looking to line up. He's got the first. Lackey able to walk in with the Deagle and the CZ from Flit, causing problems. It's a man advantage right now for the T side, and they've got the B bomb site, but they don't have the bomb.
No, that's going to be an issue.
Yeah, that is
getting
an
the bomb planted tends to entail the bomb. Having a player, a bomb site, and the bomb.
Yeah, well, they don't have that quite yet, and they're starting to lose players, so this is really solid for Forze. It's just absolutely horrible for WINSTRIKE. It's about to be a 9-6 half coming in from Forze, and they're looking so comfortable right now. They didn't at the start, I have to say. It was very back and forth and scrappy, I'm going to be honest, but Forze, they've started to pick up the pace towards the end here. 2v1, Hobbit still doable here for him on a 100 HP and 44 seconds to play with, AWP in his hands. But he's also got the CZ to play close quarters, and that's where he thinks there's going to be a few players, and he wouldn't be wrong in assuming that, but he's going to go through the door. Close play, there's the CZ, quick headshot, looking for the follow-up, and that is disgusting from Hobbit. A 4K to close the half, and he makes it so close, and it's going to be 8-7.
Well, you said it was going to be 9-6. You jinxed it, Dinko.
I did indeed. The caster curse coming in strong.
Gotta say, I didn't believe in them all too much in that situation, but again, it's Hobbit having an absolutely fantastic series, and again, showing off why he's one of the highest rated players on this lineup. Elian as well on the AWP has been series. He did start out a little bit weak on Nuke, but the whole team did. When you get 3 rounds, no one did well. But Train, that was such a turnaround. I thought some
out of this, right? A lot of people would have predicted a very quick 2-0, ourselves included.
Yep.
The whole desk, I think we're in agreement. It was going to be in the next best of 3. But for sure, after their initial Nuke performance, coming into Train and losing that one, they'll be very surprised. And I'm honestly pleasantly surprised, because when they're starting to really get comfortable. This is their first LAN together. Forze have been together for so long. They played at LAN events, they went to the major, they played whereas WINSTRIKE just at the beginning.
Yeah, they've played really big LANs, and that's obviously going to take all the jitters away. There's no way. This is just WINSTRIKE are definitely in a much different boat when it comes towards that the situational play. I'm curious if, so for WINSTRIKE, we've seen the kit come out on Lackey. He's got 2 flashes, but playing in towards middle, he's at least got support. But he'll be rotating to A now. I don't really see him doing a whole lot, but he can pop flashes in for Krizen to maybe take the peaks.
Hobbit going for the headshot. Has to fall back. Smoke execute in towards Long. It's going to be a faster play for Forge. They start to impact through Long. 4 players up here with Littler coming through lower tunnels, but they've gone into a CT spawn and they're getting absolutely destroyed by WINSTRIKE. They decapitate 3 players here on the Force side, and they're doing their best to try and drop Hobbit as the Littler comes in from Jerry. It's good enough, and the bomb plant can come in. It's into a 2v3. It's still very much favoring WINSTRIKE at this point as they start to move in with the expendable man. But the bomb is planted and Force have the player in the post plant. It falls onto the player inside the bomb site. Zipower stepping up with 1. It's all onto the in-game leader. We've seen Jerry step up before. We've seen him clutch on Train, but it's time to do it here on Dust 2. And he can't quite get it. Lackey with the headshot. The cleanup coming in, and it's WINSTRIKE. 8 apiece.
Lackey just won that pistol round for the team. He got 3 kills, but basically the ace, the flashbangs that he threw in towards Long were exclusively responsible for Krizen's 2 kills. Really nice to see the player. It's the first time in a long time that I've seen a guy that has a kit, 2 flashes, and no armor, basically 5 kills. A really impactful round, and great positioning of the utility as well. Down towards middle, he had support coming through. He wasn't alone there, so it's not like he could just get solo pushed. Elian was supporting him. And then that way he can actually move towards A or B, wherever the push comes in, lob flashes over, and let his teammates find a couple of kills.
Zipower starting to go in through the lower tunnel for a pick, but Zipower will start to make his way through. In towards the double doors, player on his left, and Zipower is going to check it, but gets dropped, and Lackey pulls his knife, so he will get traded by Flit. No, I don't know why he's not expecting maybe a second player to be there. You know, you're in a situation where it is a situation where you want to have a player trading, so a little bit strange, but the trade does come in for Force, and an extensive frag coming in as well. They've got the man advantage. They start to move up, and this second round Force buy, it is so deadly, especially because they've got 3 Kriegs.
Once they get this bomb planted, coming back in for it is going to be really difficult. Those Kriegs can post up in the longer range angles.
It's got a player top mid right now, so they've got him obviously cutting off any rotations through middle. But they're not coming through just yet. Instead, 2 players coming through CT, and 1 from Long as Krizen starts to push up. He finds a very important headshot. That'll actually have to pull Face Crack into play. And he is only on 8 HP. He's coming in from Long, and Krizen's aware that that is a possibility, but his attentions are drawn in towards Catwalk, where Flit is just single-handedly destroying everyone. It's all on Elian with an MP9 and a kit, but absolutely no chance of winning this round. It's going to be 9 on the board for Force, and the second round Force fight is ridiculous. Good damage, though.
Amazing damage. Alien's just got himself quite a bit of money on those SMG kills. Got himself a Krieg, dropped 2 weapons out of the hands of Forza. And look at the reinvestment the T-side are going to have to make now. Yes, we're going to see full rifles, but you're going to see weaknesses when it comes down to this, and in terms of the future-proofed economy that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, just got to get a good read here of the economy over on the Force side, see what they're going up against. You can afford to throw a couple of SMGs in there if you want to try and get those cash reserves flowing. We'll see what sort of buy WINSTRIKE bring to the table. Elian doing quite a bit of damage there before falling, so a nice attempt for sure. And Krizen eating that banana, obviously, was anticipating this 3rd map, so that slow releasing energy is going to start kicking in, and he's going to start fragging, I believe.
He needed it. He needed it, evidently. We saw a really nice pistol round from him starting at the CT side. I'm imagining here the Forza are going to be able to get themselves out majority rifles, maybe like 1 or 2 weaker ones, with mid to high utility. It's not the worst economic situation for them, but just to stress that had they have survived with those 2 rifles on short, this would be a much stronger buy. They would have everything they could possibly want. They might even be able to get an AWP out. Look at Galil on Jerry.
All right. You know, this Force team have been no stranger of the MAC-10, but Elian's going to get aggressive on towards short, and he takes away Jerry's head immediately. You can see the immediate response, though, from Force is, well, we know there's a player with a good rifle up on Catwalk, so he can't get in towards the A-bomb side fast enough if we push Long. And this is the counter-map control that they're so good at grabbing as Almeza grabs 2 headshots. The Krieg is gone, Krizen's fallen, and it's starting to look really solid here for Force, as the CT side might just consider saving on to what they've got.
I think it's probably going to be the better call, the safer call. But considering the fact that you've got 2 pistols, I don't mind seeing Lackey and Bondic set up for exits with Hobbit aggressively saving. You know, that's only the Galil, I think, that he's managed to retrieve. Lackey. Okay, he takes down Flit. This is not really doable. They don't have a kit to play with, and time is quite low. But he can lurk out here, try catch them as they go for an exit. And then if no one goes his way, he can walk on up and take that rifle. It might even be blown towards him.
Well, double figures are reached for Forze. Lack is spotted. Zepar gets rid of him at the end as well. The final second on the clock, and Zepar walks away with that frag. So
great read.
Yeah, really solid read there from Zepar. And well, 10-8 on the board. Forze, the first team to reach double figures. They would have liked to have reached it slightly earlier, but WINSTRIKE are giving them a hell of a fight. This was a good start from Elian, but unfortunately, Forze just were really quick on the reaction. You know, they know that creeps up on Catwalk. They know he's aggressive. They just quickly pounce out towards Long. You know, there's nothing he can do about it. He can't get back into positioning fast enough. He nearly did, but then Al-Mizr happened.
See the coach having a chat there in the background, so
Jonta,
it's definitely going to be a tactical.
Jonta, obviously a very experienced coach. Obviously was the coach of Hellraisers, famously with the one with Voxic and Voxic and Issa. That's who it was. Yeah. So you had that, you know, that duo coming in there. Obviously a very, he'll be standing behind them, giving them the experience. And well, Zepar looking for a pick here. Scope down in towards middle. Smokes up. Fast play from FaceCrack. Straight in towards middle. Through the double doors he runs as the smoke misses the CT spawn, but it leaves a giant gap. Almost feels like it was intentional with FaceCrack taking that angle, and Hobbit is just caught off guard by it. It's going to be a faster play. Straight up Catwalk. Forze knowing they're going up against the low bind, knowing there's no Molotovs to slow them or nades to stop them from getting anywhere near the bomb sites, and Forze have got this one in the bag.
I've seen FaceCrack do this before, and he jumped the gun. I hope he lets them out instead of going in for the peaks. Bombs being planted. Here's where the rotates come through. He hears steps, and he's been spotted. Goes in for the pistols. This is dangerous. Needs to back off now. Create a little bit of space between him and these. And he's gone out with the Glock, and that's a weapon lost. You don't need to lose that weapon.
Not at all. Bondik with one on the 5-7, but you know, it's cleaned up. Flick gets two, and nothing saved over from WINSTRIKE. Nothing value to save over anyway. So looking like they're starting to build up that momentum. We talk about the fact that they through them. It's got to really put up a big effort here to make sure that Forze don't just walk away with the end of dust 2 here.
On the cross, we'll see what Zepar can do. Nothing hit. Oh, the molly's late actually going down on Long, and Hobbit dies because of it. Around comes Chris, and Flash goes through, but it's being returned by the T side. They light up. Oh my God, Dinko. He takes 2, almost the 3rd on the spray down.
Well, that's exactly what the banana can do. Coming right through. It's a 3v3 immediately, and he's given his team a chance here. WINSTRIKE, they need this gun round. This is so important for them to pick up to stop this momentum from Forze. Shot from Zepar. His skills are unmatched in the server right now. This guy is incredible, and he's going for more here as he looks in towards CT spawn. Smoke's there that there could be players just in behind the smoke, but now he knows for sure because FaceCrack has just dropped one. He'll look on the edge, coming through the smoke. He's got disgusting, takes damage, pulls his head for Zepar finding a double. And Kiev.
Forze a chance are going out. You love to see it for Forze. I mean, closing in on that victory. They've been fighting long and hard for a 16-3 first map. It looked like they were going to dominate on the cross here. You're seeing a shot missed by Zepar. Nice nade to go down, flash in for the pistol, but WINSTRIKE have got so little to work with in this round, you really can't anticipate much damage. And look at this, they're just tearing them apart with the Kriegs on range.
Wow, Jerry. In-game leader fragging for them. This just up against the pistols. Forze anywhere to catch them off guard, to cause problems for them. Flit, Chris, and Bondik on a CZ kill again. A good kill for him. Too much coming off the back of it though. They can start to really limit those positions. Do they let him save the SG over? I don't think that would be the right decision. It gives them more utility. you might as well hunt him. You know his last whereabouts, so you know in the general vicinity that he can be playing from. You got a player close by already. Once the time starts to take a little bit more as the power can start to push forward if he desires, but he's on 16 HP himself with an AWP. Do you want to sacrifice an AWP in towards Bondik? I don't think so. So not exactly the best player to be close by here on the Forze side, so Bondik might just get away with his life. Zeepar starting to move forward. He wants to get rid of this SG. You know he's quick in these close quarter situations, so he's certainly a player that could deliver, but Bondik's got a good angle, and, well, I think Bondik got the kill. Yes, he did. Zeepar does fall, and there it is. 13-8 coming in. Forze are 3 away from victory, and Bondik saves an SG over. Doesn't quite get the AWP, though.
Yeah, going for it with 16 HP was a weird choice. I don't know if I agree with it. I definitely don't. I don't know why I said I don't know. I don't agree.
You don't know, Mitch. Well, I'm going to say
I definitely don't.
There's definitely arguments for both, right? You know, you make the risk to try and get that SG out of his hands. He's the only player that's close by. You have a general idea of where he is. Zeepar can go in for that. We know he's an AWP that's quick enough to take those shots. The position from Bondik was just strong enough, and only one bullet was needed. So the fact that he finds the kill is good, but the fact that you know, he doesn't get the AWP is even better for Forze, though. Yeah. So I really do feel like this SG, obviously at Forze, a little bit more utility, but it's not going to have the crazy amounts of impact.
The kill distribution, for WINSTRIKE is actually very close knit. 3 players on 12, 1 on 13, 1
Generally
on 9.
Something we attest to Forze, but it hasn't really been the case a lot of the time in the tournament so far. Usually we've seen 1 or 2 players stepping up head and shoulders above the rest, but this is much more of a team effort, I feel, this time.
Yeah, much more well-rounded. It's what we expect on Dust 2, though. Provides an even playing ground. Not so much stuck into roles. As will be on some of the other maps.
Well, we're taking catwalk immediately here from Forze. 2 players already up there, 2 in towards lower mid and the tunnels, leaving 1 player as the last prong, just holding long and making sure no one can push through.
You can see for Forze, I mean, there's clear intention to bring it towards the A side afterwards, but the real issue for them at the moment is going to be Crizzen. Like in position, tucked up close to the doors. If he maintains his patience and holds steadfast, he could be dropping Almazer and keeping long control over towards the CT side.
Good kill from Lackey. Flick gone. Man advantage here on the CT side, followed up by Hobbit. Elian had a chance there, but doesn't quite capitalize, but he's going back for more. Good flash. Almazer able to pull it back on towards Crizzen, but it's still the advantage here for the CT side. The bomb plant coming in, giving Forze a best chance scenario. What a shot from Elian. An open kill for Hobbit. Easy pickings for him. And there it is. The cleanup coming in from WINSTRIKE. Elian with 2 big frags, and Hobbit gets the defuse. Hobbit also with 2 important kills there.
Forza, you can see Jerry only has $1,700, but it's okay because the rest of the team's up around 6 or 7K.
Yeah.
So he's easily going to be dropped over for a full buy. Now, WINSTRIKE at the moment, that was a really nice round for them, managing to find themselves in what was a rough enough spot as the push comes through. But Elian stepping up with the performance. He doesn't catch them crossing on shore, but when they get to the bomb site, he's finding that and then switching back to watch their behind. Things could have went very wrong there. And we've seen long control go towards Forza. 1.01 again, those are very favorable odds. At this point, I think maybe I'd give WINSTRIKE a little bit more of a chance than that, but only a small bit.
Well, Jerry straight out towards long, flash bang up in his face, another flash coming through, but Jerry's just passing the smoke like ships in the night. Crizzen pushes forward, good kill. Hobbit has fun one as well. Yes, he draws first blood in round number 23, and a great shot from Elian. It's falling to pieces for Forze.
Huge recovery of WINSTRIKE. The aggression works out perfectly on long. Okay, they lose Elian getting a bit more aggressive in middle. But look at the flank.
What's going on here? They couldn't get through the door.
A little bit of miscommunication on where they were taking things, you could say. Before his eventual, I mean, they're in a chaotic round, losing track of everything that's happening.
Yeah, that's just not one of the rounds you expect from Forze.
Do you like this splitting? You're sending 1 long and 1 short in a 2v4.
Comes down to whether or not it works, and there we go. You got Zeepar, who's just unbelievable on his own. So he just drops Crizzen, and he's got a chance here to go walk up long. You've got FaceCrack though, who does fall towards Hobbit, and that's all on Zeepar. A doable position for him though. 1v3, it's not impossible.
It's not.
40 seconds on the clock. He'll go back in towards middle. He's got a free avenue to B right now. If he runs that way, he can do this. You know, the B bomb side, but the flank in mid. Bondik, what are you doing? What is that?
Showing off. Clicking both mouse buttons at the same time. I like it.
I like it, yeah.
Look at him
He's
smiling.
having a good fun with that.
They knew it was very unlikely they managed to make it away from there.
Yeah.
I like how he got a high five instead of like a slap on the head. It's
like,
like,
what are you doing?
Don't you almost lose rounds
But
like
worked.
that?
It worked.
Think about it. Zapar turns around, kills him, rushes B, gets a bomb plant, 1v2.
Yeah, exactly.
It was risky.
Yeah, but really bring it back to this point. Crizin, unbelievable push through that smoke. Give it a shift in the light because it's like they had the exact same idea. Jerry gets there in the smoke. Crizin just comes out worse, better off, should I say. My brain just watching him switch back and forth.
Apologies if you're epileptic. Bondic has just killed you. My God. Making me.
Well, Fitzcrack, he's straight through mid with the Mac-10 up towards the B ramp. He's charging in towards the window. The Mac-10 on his back. And he'll look down towards the bottom of the ramp. It's his force. A flash over the top from Fitzcrack. They'll land inside of the bomb site. Fitzcrack over the top. Good kill on Mazer on the CZ-75. Finding success as Flick doing damage on the Krieg. It's a bomb plant going in from Almazer as WINSTRIKE back off and save. 14-10.
Victory now for Forza. They've got themselves to play with. And this means you can definitely see Jerry and Zapata hunt them down, get extra cash on the SMG, and remove a weapon from WINSTRIKE's spy in the next round. You can see at the moment it is. I just see them all save and Jerry be the only one hunting.
In, finding 2 kills between them. And then we'll look for a little bit more, but it's just backing off, and they throw quite a few weapons away here. But Forza have got so much money on a lot of their players that they can just toss weapons back and forth. So Forza will be looking for, and WINSTRIKE have to dig deep.
I'll say I don't mind it so much that they lost one more crew. Watching up close, but long it was a double peak. They were hoping to get a trade. They didn't find it, but oh no.
That's a big kill for Zapar to connecting. It's going to be a fast play off the back of it in towards the B-bomb site. Lackey looking to hold on. He's finding the important first kill, but he's under pressure. Flip moving in, finding the headshot. Really solid stuff. Molotov used up, Mitch.
Completely locked out of B at the moment. They look for any progress elsewhere.
Retaking B-bomb site is just a whole nother level, so they might just save this. And yeah, oh my goodness. In and probably finds the most impactful weapon, and Zapara will find Hobbit. He falls, it's all but over.
They don't even let them save Dinko.
Yeah, it's just on session coming in. They find the initial kill in towards middle. And Lackey does well to find the first, but it's just the sheer numbers that are running in towards him. They just overwhelm him, and he can't do anything about it. Low. He holds on and gets a double kill, and he might a slight silver lining for the boys over at series point.
A slight silver lining, that's for sure.
Very, very slight indeed.
It's like you see a lighter 3 miles away. That's where we're at right now.
You have some supervision right there, if you can see that.
Forza are just so far ahead at the moment. Their guys, before this goes to OT, WINSTRIKE, they're investing into all the util they can, but they've had to pull out a UMP on Lackey. I don't know. I can't start here if WINSTRIKE want to make a comeback happen.
Jerry with a Molotov that clears the right corner. Forza deploying 3 players in towards long. The bomb is actually just chilling back a little bit here. As Forza, you never want to be the person that makes the mistake, that gives up that early pick into a round like this. As Crizin looking to hold on. The 1M4, he saved over, doing work again as he finds the double as Crizin is lighting up the scoreboard. It's a 2-man advantage for WINSTRIKE. Not done yet.
Now, by no means. Forza going to look for the short control, trying to pincer towards the site. Alien's watching this, but not with his trademark AWP. Instead, he's got the A4 in hand. Harder for him to use this one, but he's got the support at least from Hobbit.
Well, Flit, he's recovered. Hobbit gone, no support there anymore. Elian looking to try and do some damage. He will fall as well. With spray. A great start from Quisin, but it's starting to crumble. There's 3 players apiece, but Forze have the bomb site. And in these situations, they've been so strong. It has to be a perfect retake. Quisin looking to do in terms of this round, giving them the chance that began them, but it's one and done as Flit trades back into Power, trying to hold on towards the bomb site. He's got a kill, and it's all on Quisin, looking to save the team in the clutch, but Z-Power moves them forward. Forze stay alive in the We Play More Forge of Masters Season 2, but we have to say goodbye to WINSTRIKE. But they, with a little muster, they stayed in and give a great game. To Forze.
After that 16-3, it didn't look likely that we'd make it to Dust 2, and I was a little, but Power, he was the main worry for me. He stepped it up. He didn't allow himself to be put back by his, and that's good to see them bounce back like that.
Incredible stuff from Forze, honestly. They played so well. A 3-win on Nuke. We thought it was done. We thought maps, job done, move on to the next one. Forze come in to train, they let it slip. It's a great comeback from WINSTRIKE. The individuals started showing up. I'd really finding them a lot of success. Forze crumble. We move on to Dust 2 and we have a great game.
And this is it. They put on a hell of a show, and WINSTRIKE became better. We don't get to see much